got a new show for y'all.
Got a damn good show.
All right, so the Democrats have just revealed their ace in the hole. This is who they're going to use to win back young male voters. I'm thinking she's going to push away more male voters.
Yeah.
Why don't she go for a man? You would think. Her name is Olivia, but some people say it looks that's the real life Peter Griffin right here. I thought that was wrong. That's horrible. Yeah, I shouldn't have laughed at that. That's horrible. Whoever said that, you're going to burn in hell. Yeah. But before we get to today's video, don't forget, got a new giveaway. Ram Diesel Turbo with the Cummins in there and $10,000 in cold hard American cash. Get in to win? Just buy it from my website. Get my coffee, my Mifflin Blue, or anything on my site. You get automatically in it to win. Let's get to Peter Griffin. This would be Peter Griffin if he was a hippie. But anyway, that's a female, right? It's not trans? Yeah, her name's Olivia. Look, what's on I don't get it, Keith. If you want to get more male voters, why are you going with that? Look what's on her shirt. Respect existence or expect resistance. I used to thought Democrats were like diabolical, like master manipulators, very smart, intelligent people. No, these people are idiots. All right, so she went on this podcast, and this is nuts. It's crazy. I don't see American flag or anything. Yeah, I see a picture of her in the back. No, I think is that her? That's got to be it. Who else is shaped like that? No, this is like a black woman. And then I see a president with that's a black woman. Yeah, got the same shape though. All right, let's get to the show. This is what she got to say.
And I think that it would be so much easier if we just understood that the problems we're having with young men shifting to the right, it's not because they don't agree with us on the policy. They do agree.
They're talking about white men because y'all got black men. She's talking about young white men. Yeah, but she said, what did she just say? Did you hear what she just said? Yeah, listen. Okay, listen.
To the right. It's not because they don't agree with us on the policy. They do agree with us on the policy. It's because they feel like we don't understand the struggles they're facing, the actual struggles, not the perceived struggles of the masculinity crisis or whatever it is, the actual struggles. And instead, we just kind of want to blame them for all of our problems.
Right. I think there's a lot of that I just fully agree with. I mean, we just don't message to men, right? As like we don't message in a way that resonates to men. Like something that you kind of responded to that I've seen a lot is, well, the reason why Republican messaging resonates with men is because men want bad things, right? So like men want to have sex and like own women, right? Like they want to dominate everybody. And Republicans say, you get to do that. And then Democrats can't say that. So we just lost men, it's over, right? Like, what are you talking about? Like a lot.
Yeah, what are you talking about? These two individuals are brain dead. Yeah, they are. A lot of people shifting right because of policy. Yeah. Policy wins voters. Your policy sucks. Now you could win white male voters. Keep women out of men's sports. That's easy. I mean, that is low hanging fruit right there. Everybody just push by, just denigrating white men and calling everybody racist. Yeah, stop demonizing the white man in this country. You need to be demonizing the problem race in this country. And y'all know who I'm talking about. The sub-Saharans.
A lot of times it will be men that are liberals who will like agree with that. I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like there's a lot of men that don't think that way, obviously. And it's just such a negative view to take on like half of the human race.
Well, I also think it's just so abundantly clear that the people who say these things don't actually spend time talking to young men. You know this because we know each other in real life, but I spend a lot of time on college campuses. And I spend a lot of time with
young men.
I love young men.
You hear what this queer said? Hey, like when you think of a Democrat male voter, a young Democrat male voter, that's what you think of. Yeah. Y'all typically the male voter that's going to vote for a Democrat, it's going to be two types of men. They're going to be progressive, or they're just going to be misinformed. That's the majority of your male voters. They're going to be progressive. The majority of the male voters just voting Republican. They're voting for Republicans because Republican Party is more liberal. Y'all are like too far left. Y'all are more I would consider y'all not liberal. I would consider y'all progressive. Yeah. Yeah, but if you're a male and you vote for this party, You're
brain
not
dead.
well, you could be misinformed, but most of these people are just dumb. Yeah, dumb or misinformed.
I love frat guys. And in that, I realized, like, even the ones that identify as conservative are almost always pro-choice. They're almost always pro-gay marriage. You'd be surprised at the number of them who support Black Lives Matter.
Who are you talking to? White young males do not agree, especially with Black Lives Matter, because that was a psyop.
Yeah, black males didn't agree with Black Lives
That was a psyop to keep black support and to raise money for Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was.
You're trying to galvanize more men to vote for the Democrat Party, but y'all are misinformed yourselves. You don't even know how to go about get more men to vote for your party. It's basically policy. Your policy sucks.
And so I feel like people just kind of lump them into this box when the truth is, again, a lot of them are with us on the issues. They're just
No, they're
not
not.
part of our coalition because they feel like they're not welcomed in it.
They're not talked to, right? And yeah, they're not welcome. That's true. Like there's a lot of times where it's like being like masculine
That is not true.
characteristics or seem like they're frowned upon and they're kind of welcomed and championed by the Republican Party. And like masculine characteristics are not characteristics that are intrinsically bad, right? And I think that some Democrats have presented it that way. Now, obviously not most Democrats, but it's like this perception that a lot of guys have had. And in terms of
Yeah, they're totally lost.
Yeah, the country is leaning more moderate than progressive. I wouldn't even call a lot of people that voted for Trump conservatives. They're more liberal than anything.
Yeah, y'all just too far left.
Yeah, you're not moderate. Everybody, the country's leaning more moderate.
Yeah, and you two are brain dead and have no idea what's going on, but keep doing what you're doing. But this girl got a backlash online, like people teasing her, like the Peter Griffin jokes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, just what she had to say.
How the did he use my weight loss as an insult? What the
I'm the person that's in charge of bringing young men back to the Democratic Party, according to Donald Trump Jr., Trump War Room, Libs of TikTok. And while none of that's actually true, every single time I saw one of y'all posting about me, I had one main thought at the top of my head. Y'all are a bunch of... Y'all are the ones that made it about a woman and her identity and the way that she looks. Something that y'all consistently claim the Democrats do.
We're giving you a valid point.
Yeah.
Your look, your policy will not get male voters. It's all about how you look.
Your demeanor, too.
Yeah, your decorum. It's just like you're not going to appeal to men. So we have to point that out to you. But you don't get it. So instead you call us misogynist and racist and all these other stupid names. We're just giving you the facts.
No, you're not going to get more men to switch back to the Democratic Party using a big, fat, obese, progressive woman. You're going to push more men to the right.
You might, Kevin, you might, yeah.
I think you might be the icing on the cake. You might be the end of the Democrat Party.
You know what? You can like have a hot chick that she's very attractive and she can get male voters from the misinformed males that's in the country.
Right.
But you ain't attracting nobody.
Yeah.
You don't actually give a about young men. Instead, a lot of you want to talk about my weight. You're using pictures of me from about 65 pounds ago. So let me ask you this. If I lose another 65 pounds, will y'all actually raise young men's wages? Will you actually increase funding to mental health services? Or are you just going to find another way to deflect from the fact that y'all don't actually have any policy plan to help them? I can keep making this into some kind of big joke of, oh yeah, let's send her to every frat house in the country. I'm not afraid to go into frat houses or to go to college campuses or to talk to Republicans because unlike y'all, I don't think that they're all shallow assholes. I think that they're actual people who can hold a conversation. But clearly, based off the way you talk about them and the way that you treat them, you think that they're dumb as shit. Well, I actually don't. So I'm going to continue to advocate for young men to get the policy agenda that they do deserve. And I'm going to continue to lose weight. And then maybe when I finally do drop that next 65 pounds, we can revisit this conversation and see if you can actually stand on business. Because this time, none of you did.
Look,
that is total brain dead.
Yeah, you're totally lost. You can lose 200 pounds. You're still not going to get men to vote democratically.
You'll be more appealing to the eyes, but your policy still will suck.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure you're a very attractive woman. You just need to lose some weight. But the main thing that y'all not understanding, the reason why so many people are voting for conservatives because they're just more moderate. Y'all are out of touch with the American people. You're too far left. Y'all put men in women's sports. I mean, y'all's policies suck.